What exactly does exploring mean to you? For me, it means resetting my headspace. For me, it means getting outside and completely forgetting about anything and everything that might have been bothering me. For me, it's my natural way to self-medicate. It's by far the best way to recharge my internal batteries and leave behind the redundant and stagnant nature of the daily grind. Regardless if the journey is long or short, it has the same magical effect on my well-being. What I truly love the most, though, is that you all come along on the adventure with me. Today is Sunday, November 24th. It is a balmy 60 degrees outside, beautiful morning. Today, I am heading to an area really close to my home. It is a small trail system made up of a few different trails: Shoemaker Spring, Quail Spring, Shoemaker Connector. This is an area that I would call a very localized exploration. I didn't have a whole lot to do today, and I didn't want to sit at the house and be bored all day, so I figured I'd head out and explore a trail system that's close to home, give me something to do. The beginning of this run is located directly off of New River Road. Take us about 25 minutes to get there, so like I said, it's really close to home. This area is situated right inside the Tonto National Forest, and it kind of just zigzags, and then we're gonna end up still in New River. The difficulty ratings on these trails are easy and moderate, but not a difficult moderate. So it should be a fairly easy and pretty quick day, and it's a new area for me to explore, so that's why I'm heading out there today. So we've arrived just inside the trailhead of Shoemaker. New River Road is right there. You can see it right in front of me. So we're gonna go ahead and get aired down, and we're gonna get this little exploratory mission underway. All right, we're aired down. Let's go. So we're still in the beginning portion of this run. This portion is entitled the Shoemaker Spring Access Trail. And it's labeled as a green, which is easy on Onyx. I would agree to a certain point because there are some extremely rocky areas with pretty good sized boulders that you have to navigate around. So I would probably put it as a little bit harder than easy. And a couple of the rocky sections are on declines. So you kind of have to be careful with tire placement and making sure you're picking the right line. So far there are only 2 sections like that. The rest of the trail though has been easy. Now when it sounds like that, those are the exact scratches that you're gonna have to buff out with scratch remover. Well, we now turn down to a portion of Shoemaker Spring, and still the same story. It's very narrow and very rocky. So now we're making our way southward. We're gonna meet up with Quail Spring, which is MT53. That's gonna bring us down. That's gonna loop us around to FR 3200. We're going to start heading north again and then get on the Shoemaker connector and meet back up with Shoemaker Spring. And then from there, we're going to hit FR 3197 and that'll take us out onto North Fig Springs Road, which goes through a residential area of New River, and that'll take us back out to North New River Road. Now, Quail Springs, I don't know what the condition of that road is. It's just a small forest road. As usual, you don't really know what you're gonna get into once you hit that road. It may not be wide enough for us to make it through, I don't know, but that's the whole point of coming out here and exploring, to find out where you can go, what you can see, and what you can do. And that's all part of the fun. So out there off in the distance, that peak you see is Pyramid Peak. We're pretty far away, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. That's also in New River. As you can see, there's a crap ton of cholla through here. You don't want to mess with those. Nice big cholla forest though. You catch one of those in your hand as you're driving by, sticking your arm out the window, you're gonna know it. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I plan all my adventures with Onyx Off-Road. It is my favorite off-road mapping system. I've tried all the others, and I just prefer Onyx Off-Road the best. I know some of you out there will probably disagree with me, and that's okay. It's all user preference. But I've been using Onyx since the beginning. Like I said, I gave some of the other ones a shot, and they're each good in their own way. But with Onyx, it just has so many usable features, and the interface is great too. It's so user-friendly. You know, you can plan routes, drop waypoints at campsites so that you can find them again. You can share planned routes with other people. And if you haven't jumped over the fence yet and tried it, I suggest you do. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And if you want to purchase a premium or elite subscription to Onyx Off-Road, there's a link down in the description. And they're running some smoking deals right now, and I think it's like 50% off. So go ahead and hit that link and sign up for Onyx. Start planning some adventures. Seem to be exiting this very large cholla forest and getting down to the bottom of Quail Springs, and then we're going to be riding along some private properties that runs parallel with the trail. So we'll be seeing some private residences along the way. Here's the beginning of some of these private residences I was referring to. That's some dude's shop. It's nice. I'd like to have something like that, that's for sure. I live in one of those silly HOA communities where all the houses are on top of one another. And it's fine for its purpose, but I would like to have something where I have a lot more room. Nice little place. Must have taken a hell of a lot of time to make that fence. It's all welded up from rebar and horseshoes. It's pretty neat. People are looking at me and waving, and people are looking at me like, what the heck is he doing back there? But like I said, guys, this trail is very narrow and it's got a good portion of rock, so it's going to be slow going for you. A lot of parts are overgrown too, so you're going to get a pretty decent amount of pinstripes. You guys all know I'm used to that. I didn't see anything that was worth stopping and exploring on the way, like, you know, old structures or mines or anything like that. Not that there aren't, but I just didn't see any. Of course, if there are, I'm going to stop and check whatever we find out. So I apologize if it's a little bit boring for you because it's just trail, but you know, for those of you that want to see trail, I try to make it as exciting as possible as I can for you guys, even if the trail doesn't have much to see. It's still a fun trail to go out and romp around on. So now we're back on Quail Springs, and we're gonna shoot up and hit this Shoemaker connector right here. Come this way. So we're gonna come up the Shoemaker connector. We're gonna head north on Shoemaker Spring, and then we're gonna come out on 3197 and head back out. Well, Shoemaker Spring and Shoemaker Connector are definitely not without their fair share of sharp, rocky, tight turns. Not to mention pinstripey. Most of the day sounds like what you're hearing right now. But overall, it's not too bad. I've been on worse. Most of the pinstripes are coming from those dang thorny Palo Verdes. They're just on either side of the trail and you have no choice but to kind of plow through them. They are not nice to your vehicles. All right, so we're coming to the end of this section of trail, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna head down this way right here, and if you can see off into the distance, we're gonna take that trail along, follow it out, and you can probably see New River, a bunch of houses and stuff off into the distance from here. You can also see them back that way. No shortage of great views though. Fun but rocky trail for sure. Basic Arizona trail. I mean, there's no two ways around that. Now, we've been out here for, I think, going on 2.5, 3 hours now. Like I said, this was a quick, close to home little excursion. So I didn't want to sit around the house all day. What fun is that? I just wanted to get outside. We got Thanksgiving next weekend. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out that weekend or not, but we will see. That's still in the cards. Ton of saguaro lining these ridges. Beautiful. All right, so we finished up our little break. We're going to complete this last little small section of Shoemaker Spring, and then we're going to make that left onto 3197 and head out. Like I said, you have pretty decent sized boulders right on the trail, and then these dang scratchy Palo Verde for some reason right next to you at the same time. So just take it slow and you'll be all right. I don't know how the rest of the trail is. From right here, it looks pretty smooth and decent. It doesn't look rocky at all, but and some of you probably know, like if you're looking at the trail from a drone and it's rocky as hell when you're inside the vehicle, it looks kind of nice from the air. It doesn't look rough at all, but when you're inside the vehicle, it's a completely different story. What is that? I found something. Don't know what it is, but we're gonna go check it out. It is some sort of an old structure. Finally, we found an old structure on this trail. Let's see if we can get in there. Yeah, we can. All right. I just don't know what it is yet. All right, so that is obviously a trough. It's an old foundation. Well, a water trough, that's what it is. Old concrete water trough for cattle. Obviously hasn't been used in a very long time. People throw their freaking trash into things like this. Clean up after yourselves, people. Jesus. Anyway. Well, it looked a little bit more interesting than this from a ways away, but at least we saw an old structure moving along the trail here, and I'm seeing houses now. Some nice houses. Looks like we're gonna have to find a spot here soon and air up before we hit some pavement. Yeah, that was a great little run today. It's only 12:30. You know, so little runs like this are great when you don't have all day, because you can just come out of here for a few hours, replenish your trail soul, and heighten your mood and just have a great day. But yeah, you can see some of the houses over here. We're going to head straight out that way. That'll take us right out to the main road for New River Road. It's not the end of the video yet, because, you know, obviously we're still on dirt, so the adventure doesn't end until you hit pavement, guys. You know that. Come on, what are you thinking? What is that? Some sort of old concrete drainage system. Right there. Oh, that's some thick portions of saguaro right here. I love saguaro. You know, when I was a kid watching Saturday morning cartoons, you know, Bugs Bunny and you know, Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, and who was the dude with the red mustache and the guns? I can't remember his name. Yosemite Sam. You would always see the saguaro in the cartoons, you know, and I never thought when I was that young that I'd be living out among the saguaro. Still pretty cool in my book. Well, we have hit a residential area with pavement. So that's gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna get aired up. I'm gonna head on home and I'm gonna start editing this video. I got a steak and cheese teriyaki sub in the fridge that I made yesterday that is waiting on me, and I'm really wanting to eat that thing up. Can't wait. But as always, guys, I appreciate you joining me. This is Bucking Life, where I wholeheartedly live my life one bucking adventure at a time. Catch you on the next one, guys.